yourself. But the moment you're standing in front of this woman that you're attracted to, suddenly you're overthinking.
PBM popping up. Damn. Mm. No way. Stop loss already exceeded. Oh, that's the pullback right there. PBM is so hard to trade. I think it's just a lot of false breakouts on this stock. A lot of selling. Just stair stepping down. I think I need to chip at this loss a little bit. I don't expect it to go crazy, but don't like how this stock trades PMG. Looking for first 1 minute candle to make a, yeah. It's kind of just going lower and lower. Might take a position around here. God. Stock's really hard to trade. I think there's some kind of resistance that's keeping it down. PBM popping up. I see the setup, but I don't know. I just think this stock doesn't want to go. I think there's big sellers. I'm willing to take another stab at it, but ICG. I don't think it's the one. Maybe right there. Okay, I'm there at 11:44. Trying to get a squeeze. The breakthrough 50 is what I'm looking for. It's not breaking. I'm selling for a loss. Right there again. false breakout, just rejects 1150. This stock's gonna be difficult. It has all the way till 12 though to hit. It's just high volume selling now. Every time it pops up. I say that's a micro pullback. I'm in at 82, looking for the breakthrough. VWAP, which is 88. It's still somewhat holding 80. There you go. 84. It needs to break 84. I might just sell on the ask because it's, let's see, yeah, it's just trading weirdly, and that might be the pullback right there. People might buy that pullback. So I mean, that's a 10-cent loss. And PT. It's Chinese. Probably will go up higher, but I think it's best to wait. I'm not. Every setup I've taken has been red. I think I see what people are doing. At least I understand what the market or these traders are thinking. These traders are basically like WSHP. If it breaks this level, it could go higher. But these people already have take profit orders on the stock. So basically what they're doing is they're buying the stock immediately. They don't even care what stock it is. As long as the daily level looks good, like looks close likely to WSHP, which popped up over like 300%, then they'll set a take profit 20 cents ahead, and that's what initially does the big pop. Like right here, WSHP looks good, and you have a big order right there at 144. Doesn't look like you can hold it that well. And that order's still at 20 at 144. So you got a big seller right there. ICG popping back up. I think WSHP is probably. I see this big seller. And he still hasn't budged. I think he's in at like 196 selling. Yeah, 196. I think the setup is good. But I'm gonna be patient and wait to see the seller get, if it gets bought up at 196. And I'm gonna read the tape and see if the number keeps getting smaller for this trade. And then take profit would probably be like 21.46 if it even goes that high. Maybe like 20, yeah, like 21. I think 21's good. 21.80. But yeah, this is it right here. Set up the breakthrough 20. Let's see if we see grain at 144. Just needs to break 196, the order of the seller. And it looks like it's coming up to that level. UCAR popping up. Seems like WSHP starting to flash. UCAR, it is going higher, but I don't know. I think it's pretty risky, even though it does have a recent reverse split. 278. I mean, if it can break 278, it could go pretty far. ICG keeps popping up. That stock is so bad, bruh. For the breakthrough, I just think it needs a proper pullback, not a pullback that goes below this VWAP and then goes above. Even though it might go higher right here, I'm pretty confident in that. It's not gonna be crazy cents, like it's gonna be a couple cents. I think people are just buying dips on PBM, honestly. I think that's how they're trading it. Bruh. I like this setup on UCAR. $176 I'm in. I like the volume coming in. So this is probably gonna wash me out if I'm being realistic. I think people just like pullbacks on the 9 EMA, and I'm not really looking for a pullback at all. I'm looking more for a move higher. So, I mean, this most likely is. It might pop up, go a bit higher if it's like those stocks that kind of just don't give up and they go higher, and that's what I'm looking for. But from the looks of it, I think it's just gonna wash out. Yeah, it looks like MACD's starting to curl down. If it breaks 170, then that's the trade right there. Stop loss 268. I'm done. I think it was more on emotional side today. I kind of called it too yesterday morning. But that's it. If I keep trading, I'm going to keep losing. And I know it too on the emotional side. No, I think the right thing to do is just paper trade the rest. If I want to keep trading. But that's it. It's like 3 losses in a row. And that's basically the stop. The setup is the cross of MACD to the crossover of MACD after a couple consecutive candles. No, this is a pullback right here. So if it breaks 61, then that would be another position. But I already dipped a bit below 60. It would be like break even. Honestly, ICG is kind of a bad stock. And OBS is disconnecting. NYSE. Hopefully the stream's back. ETH popping up. I think a lot of people are looking at ELAB. I think their headline's pretty good. It's a lot of selling though in one candle. It's gonna do a pullback right here. It's obvious. Huge seller right there. If it breaks that seller, then you could see a move up. 97. So you gotta see red. You gotta see green on 97. It's a really good green candle though. I think you are gonna see the breakthrough 90. 3, and then WSHP. Guess it did do that breakout. And then it did hit the target I wanted. 121. Damn, who would have known? I think that's the end of the move though. 121 is what I said. You might get a pullback right here, but might be a little risky with the 1 minute candle forming. Man, the news headline is literally what though? I don't know what they're yapping about in the news. I think it's just FOMO. Yeah, that's gonna be a pullback. Tell by the candles, the way the level 2, there isn't really any green. It's more just spread and some red. I think I'm just gonna log it right now then. I want to see statistics. Where is this? There it is. That's met. One percentage, 0. 5 trades. Should have stopped on the third one, honestly. I'm just gonna go over my trades and just call it a day. I think it was more of a stock selection issue. PBM. $6.59, so coming into 7. They're starting to roll up. PBM 6.59. Honestly, that was just like a dumb trade because it already hit the Bollinger Band. But I did sell and I didn't hold on, so 7:38 right after 30 seconds later, a minute later, 7:38. False breakout. So I do see that entry a little bit more reasonable. Yes, it's disconnecting again. So 7:38, 11:14. So I bought for the break of and it was a false breakout. I mean, the chart isn't clean either, so it was kind of a dumb trade. 7:08. Another false breakout. I think this stock overall, PBM, is just not tradable. And if it is, you have to be buying a lot of dips. So I think PBM was not the stock, even though it is up 80% and it's our leading gainer. It's just difficult to trade. And then we had ICG, and I don't even know where that stock went. It's not even in the scanner no more. Probably just rejected. Yeah. ICG, the break, 7-11. And then I added to the position again. So this was a flip over MACD. To be honest, I'm not even upset at the trade. I think it was a decent trade on that one. There was increasing red volume, but I knew it was risky, and I did cut my losses pretty quick. It was like a 10-cent loss, so it's nothing too bad, nothing too crazy. It's reasonable. So ICG, I don't think it was that bad of a trade. It had a good concept. UCAR 724. So bought in at 722. I literally bought at the top for the breakout of 177. I guess the setup was bad. First of all, the 5 minutes already extended on UCAR. I don't know why I took it, to be honest. I think that was more of an emotional state, and that's what flushed me out was UCAR. Because of the share size was 1,000 shares. And then you also had the previous ones. But the setup isn't even good. The 5 minutes already rejected pretty harshly. So for this candle to go higher, it was kind of a dumb idea. And then it's below $2. And why am I trading the stock below $2 if it couldn't even break $2? So, horrible trade. I think this market is going to be hot, but maybe later in the day. But right now, I'm not going to trade anymore today, and that's it for Friday. Even though I finished grain on the week, it's still horrible. Like trading analogy and psychology and mentality and entries. There's only one decent entry, even though I lost on it. I did understand it, but overall 4 bad entries compared to 1. That's like a 20 to 80%, but I didn't even win one of those. That was just 5 bad ones in a row. So I think Monday, I think it might be best to be a little bit more conservative in the stocks we trade. I feel like this morning I was trading like if it was yesterday with good news and these stocks going crazy and actually seeing momentum, but I think today was more of like a keep calm day and kind of just look for setups. Like WSHP doesn't look bad, but look at the 5 minute. It's clearly telling us that we need to go down. What I'm reading from it. So the setup right there isn't good. It's not strong. But who knows? It might go up because of how it was trading yesterday. There it goes, 20 cents, 50 cents. Big seller, 275. Yeah, that thing gonna flush. But yeah, I don't like how like they zoom out so far and people can't really see the candlesticks at all. Oh, it's because it's not on auto, maybe. Yeah, that looks better. But yeah, I think Monday just had to come in with a better mentality overall.